Hey, what's up? And welcome to the Sports Chop Shop. That's right. Y'all were looking for Move the Chains. We moving things on. Move the Chains was a great show for A. Reed and I, but we decided to get together and try this thing out, the Sports Chop Shop, where the Black Man's Country Club is going to bring y'all everything that's hot. Joining me tonight is my man, the musicologist A. Reed,
Yes, sir. Yes,
co-author
sir.
from him from Move the Chains, and of course that little guy with the glasses over there who looks awfully familiar to you is the man that I like to call Jay Stoggs from Cowboy Connection and from Big Game Sports Buzz.
That's it. That's it. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey Jay, let me apologize. I didn't mean to say that little guy.
You did. Cause I'm a big dude, man. Look at this.
Hey man, hey y'all, if everybody don't know, we working on a new line. It's gonna be called Buff Nerd. You know what I'm saying? That's what Buff Nerd, man. Jay Stoggs is over there, the Buff Nerd. He can hit you with some sports, and then he can hit you with some other stuff. You just go, this brother knows a lot.
Hey, but I like that shirt though. A lot of folks don't know about them Thundercats, bro.
Hey,
a lot of folks don't know about that.
Hey, dog, they called me Panthro in high school, and I really didn't appreciate that.
Watch out, bro.
My boy Jay. Shout out to JT. JT,
yes.
You out there if you
JT,
ever hear it, dog.
You got that right.
He called me Panthro, and I guess it's because of this little milk dud head I got. But that's me, I'm Panthro, and that's cool. Y'all can call me Panthro. It's all good.
Hey, but guys, sound like him too.
Do I really? Is that what that is? I'm Panthro
now. I know. Come on, man. Let's go.
You wrong.
Panthro was the only one that sounded like a real brother.
That's a brother talking,
right there. Hey, man, so how this thing going to work, y'all? We got some sports topics that we're going to talk about, and we're going to keep it all the way real, all the way 100. Our feelings, our thoughts on what it is that's going on. And like I like to say on our normal show on BGSB, if I offend you, F you. I'm so sorry. Life is going to go on with or without you. So if I say something that you were easily offended by, I'm so sorry, but I'm not. That's what it is, right?
Man, we starting off the show like that.
I mean,
wow.
I just want to let them know, Jay.
No,
let's go.
Because it go. Sometimes I get a little slippage in the tongue, and I get into my feelings, and we let it go. So first and foremost, y'all, it's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things we said we were going to talk about, and we didn't really dive into the Brian Flores situation last week when we had the show going on, but we said we really wanted to give it time to talk. And some more stuff has come out and brewed and come out to the news a little bit afterwards. Mm-hmm. But first and foremost, man, me being a former player, I was blessed to have an African-American coach lead me, guide me. And like I tell everybody, when they say big game, what was it like playing for Coach Dungy? I said I was blessed because I just didn't learn the game of football. He taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to be a father. He taught me how to be respectful. And he taught me how to think about things a way that I may not have thought about if I didn't have him as a coach. So he approached the game a little bit different. And me being a player at the time, I needed to see somebody that looked like me, that I saw thought like me, but also held in such high regards by everyone, not just African Americans, right? So now here it is, 2022. Right now, as the NFL season stands, going into this offseason after the Super Bowl this week, we now have 2 Black coaches in the NFL.
3. We got 3.
No, it's 3 now. It is.
Lovie Smith got hired. Who else?
Yeah, you got Lovie. Wait.
Lovie, Mike Tomlin.
Lovie and Tomlin.
And the guy. The guy. Come on. He may not look it, but his daddy was.
Oh, no.
No, dude who went to Miami?
That's two.
No, dog. Don't play with me.
He's multiracial.
I really thought he was trying to get me with the 3 on that one.
Hey, man.
No,
don't
3.
It's only 2.
Okay.
That's what they claiming.
No.
And we going to keep it real.
And I
Are we going to keep it real?
I claim biracial people, but that his pigmentation, whoa. He that guess who coming to dinner white.
Yeah.
Nope. 2, bro.
Hey, keep it 100. You know what side of the biracial he on. You know what side of the biracial he on.
I'm just saying, man. Look, you can't pick and choose. We claim Tiger.
Let's put it.
We claim Tiger.
Oh God, here we go.
Tiger Joe.
Yeah, hey.
It's early in the show. You already got me sipping, and it's a
lot. Hey,
sip on.
I got mine right here, baby. What's up?
Okay. Hey man. So needless to say, neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Black coaches.
2.5. We'll say 2.5.
So let's just get this thing kicked off, man. And y'all chime in and get in how you fit in. But I just want to know from you guys' opinion, when this story came out, first and foremost, I believe Brian Flores to let this out and to file a lawsuit is courageous because he's still applying for jobs. He still wants to coach, but he's still going out to take this stance at the same time. Man, what's y'all's thoughts on the whole situation before we dive into different pieces of it?
Man, look, it's for him. It's going to be messed up. He's just not going to get hired. He'll go on interviews and all of that, but at the end of the day, everything's been filled. So there's nothing for him to take at this point. He's not going to get a job this year. Hopefully he gets some kind of coordinator or some kind of positional job or something like that, which would be obviously an ultimate step down. But yeah, I think when you look at the whole hiring situation, what he's saying is obviously true. And you look at the situation with Lovie Smith, which was kind of, his lawyers came out and said, we applaud him, but we don't think that was, right. Because his situation is going to be dire, man. Houston is just a dumpster fire. Jacksonville is a dumpster fire. Miami, that doesn't even make sense what's going on down there. So,
well, Miami already hired your third guy, you said anyway. So now that's out the equation anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean it's. I hate that it's here, but I'm glad that it's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it takes away from the Super Bowl. It takes away from, those that are not there, that we can start looking at what's going on, as far as the off season has already started for some of us.
Right.
It's bad, man. I'm glad it's here, but I hate that it's here.
Facts. I totally agree. I would hate to say that that Lovie Smith kind of just accepted the job because he just wanted to be a head coach again. But I mean, that's kind of just what that is. I don't think anybody really wanted that Houston job. It didn't look, promising for anybody, but I think it was just an opportunity that was given to him. They gave it to him. So, shout out to Lovie. I've always liked him. I love what he did over there in Chicago. With Brian Flores, man, I applaud everything that the man is doing. I think it's wonderful. And I think you always got to have somebody at some point in time stand up to something for some belief. It has to be somebody that's willing to go out there and sacrifice, whatever job, whatever their career is, whatever it may be. So I applaud him for that. But the only bad side to it that I see is that what's gonna come, what's at the end grand scheme of it, what's gonna become of it. Because I mean, a million things can happen, man. The guy can get blacklisted, low key, it can go around to all the owners, all the teams. Hey, don't hire him. He never gets another job. He never gets another coordinator job. It could be another. It can be a number of things. And then again, if we're gonna keep it real, y'all, I mean, who runs the league, man? What color runs the league?
Yeah, that's the part that
look at the owners, bro. Look at the owners, bro. Like, I mean, I love the fact that somebody wants to stand up for that. I love the fact, but y'all, as I've seen it time and time again, and I've been watching football for a long time, our colors pretty much used to be the workhorses. We are what brings the money in. We don't run the team. We don't run the team, and we don't make the decisions. We get paid the money to go out there and perform. And that's what it's always been. And I don't see anything changing in that. That's the sad part about it. I don't see anything changing from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Now, do you guys think that there's got to be another governing body or some kind of policing to go on for this to change? Because Reed, you made some good points, man. Until people come in and say, hey, enough's enough, y'all can't keep doing this, what's going to really change what's going on? The owners have the ultimate say on who they hire, don't hire. The proof is in the pudding. Belichick congratulates the wrong Brian 2 days before Flores even goes on the job.
Who's going to come in and tell them to change, though, big game? If they own the team, They own it. It's like you owning your TV and somebody saying, I'm finna come over there and just take it, man, for a few weeks. You like, hell no.
Not even take it. Just say you can only watch these stations.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's gonna tell the owners that they have to do that?
Well, the league need to come up with something. Yeah, I know. Roger Goodell.
What can the league do, though?
Works for the owners ultimately. But there's got to be some, because this is my whole thing. Y'all got a diversity committee with the owner of the damn New York Giants on there, and they were the last ones to ever have a black starting quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
And they never even had a black head coach ever in franchise history yet.
Yeah.
This is one of the people on the diversity committee. Something's got to give, man, because let's just call it what it is. They do all these other programs and say they got stuff going on to save face and try to cover their behind. Yeah, realistically, they know what they plan on doing or not doing. So I still feel like more coaches need to come out and speak out against it, because I want to know if the allegations are true and you really ask Flores to tank and lose these games. Now, later on, when you do want to get rid of him, you can use his record against him. But yet you asked me to tank these damn games. So how's that even cool? How's that even
I believe everything
me?
He said too. I believe everything he said.
Hey man, he came to put this. He got up and went on Get Up on ESPN with his lawyers. So they got something. They got a spade in their hand that they pulled out the deck and they just waiting to play. I don't know if it's big joker or little joker, but they're about to cut somebody and bust their head on that spades table. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something to it. But, you know, what's the give? Now, did y'all hear this? Tua came out and said Flores needs to work on his coaching style and didn't know how to talk to people. Did you hear? Did y'all see this?
This is Tua said that?
No.
Tua said this. Said that Flores used the F-bomb a couple different times and didn't know how to approach and talk to players. Now I know what I think as a player, and that's why I'm up here.
F-bomb?
That's why I'm up here smiling.
You think Nick Saban ain't probably said that before?
Hey man, let me tell you something. Flores ain't said nothing that Tua ain't used to hearing. This is my whole thing. Everybody has a different way of doing things and a different approach.
Yeah.
Now, what up, Hirsch? Like I said, I played for Coach Dungy. Coach Dungy didn't curse. That's real talk. Like everybody said, man, he really didn't curse.
I heard about that.
He really did not curse. The closest thing to a curse word I heard him say is that y'all about to piss me off. And we was like, oh, he mad. He said piss. That's the kind of man and person he was. Now, I played for a college Hall of Fame coach in college, a man by the name of Chris Ault, a.k.a. the Little General. The Little General didn't play no games. And when I said he would talk about you from the top to the back, it would be like, whoa, he didn't pull no punches. But at the same time, I knew it was still more of a motivating factor than anything. He wasn't talking down to me as a person or a man or anything else. And this is my thing. Sometimes when you're not playing well, a coach got to try to get something out of you. And so I don't think what Brian Flores did to Tua was no different than what a lot of these coaches do and say to their players. Some of them have crossed the line before, and some players be like, hey, dude, I don't know who you're talking to. I'm a grown man. Don't come at me like that. But like I told you, Jay, before, if you talking to me and not just browbeating me or you know, talk about my family or something, I deserved a few MFs in my day. I know I did.
Well, I mean, look, like we all said, you're grown. Yes. If a coach is dropping an F-bomb, which I've heard since middle school when I started playing, you know, oh really, Tua? That's his fault,
right?
Because he dropped the F-bomb, bro. Could he coach? Yes. Did they have winning seasons? Yes. What's the problem? Is the problem the fact that you're not what you thought you were? Is that the problem?
He dropped F-bomb, but y'all finished with a 9-8 season.
Right, and went 7-1 in your last 8.
Now here's the other part of this coaching.
Maybe some was motivational. Some was motivational. Had to be if you go 7-1 on your last 8.
Game, and I don't know here. I don't know if you said this, but I heard this from someone asking this question of Mike Tomlin about Mike Tomlin and his coaching tree. And why? And actually, it was actually Bart Scott. That's what it was. Bart Scott said on Han and Scott, or Hanenbart, whatever. I think it's Hanenbart.
Right. I know.
Where are the coaches off of his tree? Where are the African American coaches from Mike Tomlin's tree?
Well, Tomlin's been criticized also, and I hate when people start trolling. But Tomlin has been criticized for not ever having an African American coordinator on his staff. And how could he be a stepping stone to help people grow? And I'm gonna say, when I heard this dude and read this on the blogs, I was like, "Yo, you trolling? Stop."
See that, man.
Yeah, you trolling. Be somebody and look at the and the thing is, the food said it look like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, dog, this is what you're doing right now. Because at the end of the day, when you really look at it, whether he hired a coordinator or not, you still got to get called in to really have a chance on that interview. And if you barely bring us in from a majority white staff that's speaking highly of me, do I really think it's going to change if a black coach refers me to you? No, it doesn't. It doesn't change anything at all. Now, if Flores doesn't get picked up and if he's willing to be a DC again, would it be a good fit for maybe Tomlin to reach out to him? But my thing is, if Tomlin ain't firing nobody on the staff, how y'all want him to just go fire somebody to make room for Flores to give him a job?
Real talk.
Don't just start make moves to be politically correct.
But I mean, Dungy had African Americans on his staff.
Yeah, a lot of them,
and they ended up becoming head coaches.
Yeah,
I think the piece though, when you talk about the NFL and how they can change this situation, the NFL is just a governing body when it comes to hiring practices. But that's all they can do. But they can't tell them who to hire. They can just say, look, you need to make sure that you give equity. That's all. Goodell, people can boo him all they want. All he can do is say, hey, you guys, you look shady right now. It's not a good look. That's all he can do. And he's a PR guy. He's not a lawyer. So he doesn't know crap about law anyway. He's a marketing guy.
But see, that's what makes this Rooney Rule bull. That's what makes it.
Rooney the second even said it's bull.
It makes it bull because just like they said, it becomes sham interviews because they know that they have to bring him in. You know what I'm saying, to quote unquote interview. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. If it was me, I'd just bring the buzz. Hey, look. Do I have a chance to get the job or not? Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time flying me out or nothing like that. Just tell me right now.
Tell you yes.
Tell me right now. Like, do I really have a chance or not? No, not just keep it 100.
They're gonna tell you yes. They're gonna tell you yes because they don't want to. They don't want to look bad. They're not gonna say, "Oh, no." Look,
hey, they can't look no worse than they already look right now, Jay.
Well, true, but you got to prove it.
It just makes headlines that I just refuse to go over there,
right?
For whatever reason.
Yeah, and I think that's the other part of why Byron Leftwich pulled out of Jacksonville because of that whole situation.
Hey, you know what, man?
I'm glad. A dumpster fire.
I'm glad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm honestly glad he did not take that job.
Me too.
Because I don't think there was anything really to gain for him to gain. But now, just to say that you're a head coach, and they'll be like, hey, look, we gave one a chance. And you were going into something where you doomed from the start because they already set up a losing and bad culture in Jacksonville.
Well, I think it could have. I'll say it like this. I was relieved he didn't. And then I stepped back and said, well, wait. You have a former number 1 overall pick in Trevor Lawrence. You're going to have another number 1 overall pick this coming draft. So he really could build his team. Now, the only problem is he going to be given the chance to do so with the amount of cap space they have and the draft capital they have? Would he be given the chance? Would he be given at least 3 years? Because I feel like this. It takes 3 years for a team to be built from the ground up. You can look at Chicago. You can look at what Dallas did with Jerry Jones, with Jimmy Johnson, and Cincinnati. They did it in 2. You need at least 3 years. If you don't give them 3 years, because and that's Hirsch. And there you go. He wanted to bring his own staff. And so when they start dictating to you, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. Well, I'll tell you what. Bet that. I'll just stay where I am because the situation is better here anyway. except for the QB. But
that's right now. With all that being said, if this tanking thing is real, hey, Lamar, you got a good point, man. He says the new way is the Rams way. Trade picks for stars.
What up, bro? What up, bro? Littell, what's up? Yeah.
Hey, but before we even get to that, man, I just had this one question that popped up in my head, and I had one of my boys at work say this to me the other day, and I was like, damn, it makes a lot of sense. If these guys are tanking games and throwing games, is it time for the NFL to go to a lottery like the NBA?
It's been time. It's been time. It's been time. And here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you like this. I think the tanking scandal will be way bigger than Flores scandal.
Well, I think that's the whole thing. But Jay, you're right, because that's the whole thing that they worry about. They don't care that they didn't hire African American or black coach. They don't care about that. They care that their dirty little secret's gonna be exposed. And if it does come out that the owner for the Dolphins did this and it's real, and he wasn't the only one in Cincinnati, had something to do back in the day. I mean, the Browns, my bad, Reed. I didn't mean the bad mouth.
No, you're right. Yeah, I got you.
But if that is the case, then they need to get stripped of ownership, point blank, period. Man. If you're doing this to try to get a leg up and a leg up on folks, that's what they're really scared of.
That's just a slap on the wrist, brother. That's a slap on the wrist, man. A fine. That's all it is. A fine.
Now because
they're gonna get the keys.
But here's the indication, though, for that, Reed, is that now you're talking about, because now betting is allowed in NFL games.
Right.
So now if you're telling me, oh, well, Jacksonville, they just tanking to get another, first-round pick, so the games that they should win, now all of a sudden Vegas is putting odds saying, well, look, they 3.5 points, and, the other squad, they're like, no, we're going to lose this game because we know we need to get a better draft position. Bro, that's money. That's money.
It is.
You can have losses.
And it's already bad enough.
It's dirty. It's very dirty.
That's the new Pete Rose, but you don't want to get labeled as tanking, and people are already thinking that Vegas is my mom has always said this, and me and my mom, I love my mama to death, but we used to get in full-fledged arguments because I was like, look, you know how hard I work when I step on this field? Don't tell me this game ain't fixed. I ain't got time to be throwing no game. I'm just one person. That don't mean that management ain't throwing stuff. Like I said, there's been plenty of times where you show up to a stadium and a vet that you're supposed to be on the field, hey, we resting you today.
We've seen it time and again.
You rested him today.
What?
What?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you win by 3 and you was a 2-touchdown favorite.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see that all the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
Exactly.
So the lottery, y'all all agree that that's something that should have been done in the NFL? They need the lottery?
I could dig that. I could dig that. Make every team play.
Here's the thing. But here's the thing. For people that dog the lottery and they say, well, you can still tank in that. Man, look, the top 3, when we talk about the NBA, the top picks generally don't go to the worst teams. A lot of times, it's like the 4th or 5th or 6th worst team. Right. And so, the last 3, if you, as it were, have 14% chance, but they don't usually get it.
Right.
It's very rare that they get it.
And it was that one year everybody was speculating when Cleveland kept getting that first pick.
Right. And Orlando got 2 picks in a row.
Yeah.
Like the first
true.
time, I mean, that's.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel you.
Yeah. Go ahead, get your get the ping pong balls out, and let's do it. Let's do it. NBA just seems to do it better than the NFL. They just seem to have smarter people.
Well, NBA does a lot of things better than the NFL does right now, and it pains me to say. It pains me to say.
The Knicks never get it. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. The Knicks should never get it.
Hey, man. And I know this is off topic, but it's okay because we in the shop. What's wrong with Julius Randle, y'all? What is going on with that cat right now, man? Like,
sensitive.
Like, hey, man, I'm not trying to be funny. I met him back when he was in high school here at Prestonwood. His mom's a member of the church that we go to. Sweet lady. Good person. But Julius Randle is like just lost his mind. And now Do y'all think for that trade deadline next week, the Knicks gonna part ways with it?
Yeah, that's true. Look, you know, it is what it is. Randall, to me, is kind of the new age athlete where they get overly sensitive. I saw that with we see that with KD and Kyrie and why they're even on the same team. Like all that sensitivity and James Harden. I mean, dude, it's like 3 Ralph Transvants sitting over there. It don't even make sense, man. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Oh no, you did say 3 Ralph Transvants, dog.
It's got 3 Ralph Transvants over there, man. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of Johnny Gill, but it's like, look,
little Chico
Randall. Anytime you throwing up the middle finger to your own crowd because you sorry, you suck, you're 25 down. You're gonna get booed because what you have put on the court is trash.
You in Madison Square Garden, dog.
Yeah, you in the basketball mecca. They like to call that the mecca.
It's the hardest place
up, man. The Knicks
to play and to perform. That's what it is. That's why a lot of players don't do well. They did great in college.
It's ultimate pressure. Ultimate pressure.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when you go to the Jets, like the Jets have just horrible. But because it's New York, they always have the pressure to perform.
Right.
Always.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all.
And it's the same with the Knicks.
Oh, my bad there. The Stars. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hey, man, joining us live all the way from the ATL is my boy that likes to go by the name Mr. Fat Boy Slim, Antoine Smitty Smith from Smitty Sports Machine, stopping by the shop. Hey, he got that problem like me, but he gonna go get that face trimmed while he in that chair, y'all. Hey, Smitty, welcome to the shop, baby.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man,
what up,
Smitty?
Hey, man, what's going on, baby?
Only thing you missed, we talked about Brian Flores. I don't know how Julius Randle name came up. Now we're trying to figure out what the hell wrong with Julius Randle, man, and what's going on with the New York Knicks. Should they make a move before the trade deadline to ship him out of
there? To be honest, no, because he's the best player on the team. But if you think about it, if they can get the right compensation for him, maybe they should try to make a trade like Indiana and Sacramento. That was the worst jack move I seen in the last 5 years.
Crazy.
Hey, so who was in that trade? Karis LeVert, right?
No.
No, what happened? I feel like I'm missing some everything right now. Then,
dude, today was crazy.
Indiana sits a bonus, 2 more players, and Sacramento sit Hal Burton, Buddy Hield to Indiana. Them 2 players alone, they could have got way more for that.
Yeah. Wow.
Franchise changing, if you ask me.
Hey, put the money in a bag.
Yeah, basically.
They just
somebody owes somebody, or somebody got pictures on somebody or something.
Yeah, man. Somebody got
pictures.
Boy, I hate
somebody got stories.
Get to ESPN before I get on here. I've been working all day today, boys. Ooh, that one hurt.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. But that's why we got Smitty and A. Reed and me, man. That's what we're here for, bro. But I'm telling you, that trade, the McCollum trade.
Hey, so McCollum went to New Orleans?
Man, look, I feel bad. I feel bad for McCollum. But check it out, man. I was thinking about it. It's gonna open up. I would love for like Dallas to like pull something. Like if they finish off the year or something or whatever. But I would love for Dallas to be like, hey, McCollum, come on, man. You know, I mean,
we just don't have the draft.
Right in Louisiana, just come on down here to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Play with Luka, be that 2 guard or 1 guard or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let that work out however they would. But I feel bad for that, man. I feel bad for that because you going to New Orleans and man, ain't nothing, man. Hell no.
Nothing. Zion over there looking like a 3 technique, like he about to go play D tackle for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Zion would have been a badass in that Tampa 2, dog. Looking at how he look on the sideline right now.
Do y'all think Zion is done, or do you
I don't want to say that because he in year 2. But for how he looking on the sideline, it look like he's on a Hostess diet.
Bro.
Twinkies, cupcakes, zingers,
ding
dong. It don't look like he ate near vegetables since he been gone, bro.
Man,
they like good food. Look, Hirsch, but he ain't got to eat all of it. All of it.
Man, he look like He look like he's stuck on Thanksgiving dessert at the table. I'm just saying,
man.
Hey, he part of the clean plate club, y'all. Hey, he cleans that plate every time he sit down, and I hate saying that, and I don't want to see Zion be done after one because I think he has enough to be entertaining in the game. But truth be told, at least for me and how I feel, I never looked at it like Zion was about to come into the NBA changing the game. I thought that he would be an exciting, electrifying player to watch the way he dunks and plays above the rim. But I always wondered how long that could last with the rigor of an NBA schedule, 82 games, jumping up and down, running up and down that court, how flying the way he does, how long could his body really sustain that? And right now, I'm going to take the under on it.
True be told, I think he's doing that just to get out of New Orleans.
See, I've been saying that. Yeah, I've been saying that.
Yeah, because if you think about it,
play there, man. He saw how AD left. AD went and got a ring. He like, dog, I can get out of here, man, and go play with some. I can get my workout on, get my game up, all that other stuff.
was going way before then.
He doing it backwards, Reed, if that's the case, because shit, he ain't gonna be able to work out. He keep gaining that weight.
Exactly.
Think about it though. Think about it. That's why they got personal trainers. You can drop weight quick. They got programs.
He got a personal trainer. He got a personal chef.
Right. He probably just waiting till at the end of the season.
Hey, you know what? That might be true. Hey, but I hope he's not done. I hate to see that McCollum and Lillard got broke up, man. But they were going nowhere together in Portland. Portland wasn't doing the right things to make a run in the West to help them out. They get what they can to help, but it's like, damn, New Orleans, like that's punishment. That's like your mama telling you, "I'm gonna beat you when I get off work."
Yeah, I think they ain't gonna be going in the off season though. I
think so too.
Oh yeah. But why is New Orleans such a purgatory? I think they have a lot of they had pieces and they keep trading them away or giving them away. Really, if you ask me. But Zion
front
himself,
office.
Look, listen, he was injured in college. He got injured here, and when he got into the NBA, and you saw that he had a weight problem coming in.
Yeah,
and he was hurt, constantly hurt.
He had a weight problem coming in.
Yep, couldn't wait to eat.
Yeah, bro. Man, dude, he was always one Skittle away. Always one Skittle away.
Yeah,
not a Skittle. I would at least said a Kit Kat away.
Oh, who was the Purgatory Squad back in the day? Was it like the Bullets or somebody?
It was Cleveland.
Cleveland. Hey, it was also the Milwaukee Bucks for a while too.
Yeah, the Bucks were bad too.
Bucks, something like that. If you went to them teams,
Timberwolves,
Timberwolves
Sacramento.
Sacramento was basketball purgatory until Chris Webber got there, and they go all the way back to when they had Purvis Ellison. Shout out to
they had a pretty decent team with Mullen, Richmond, and
with Richmond, with Bibby
and Hardaway. Yeah.
Well, them boys, they had a decent squad. They had a decent squad then, but after that,
bad coaching.
It's been over. Bobby Jackson.
Hey man,
them boys was cold.
Yeah,
you were cold.
Bobby Jackson could go get it. You right?
What?
Charlotte too. Charlotte was a purgatory, man.
Well, no, early mid-90s. They had LJ and Alonzo. Yeah.
Dale was
on my mom. And
was holding it down.
Yeah.
And this is what I say. You know, Game, you were talking about how Zion was this, revolutionizing player. He's just a fat grandmama, man. That's all he is, bro. He's just
that's so disrespectful, Jay.
Oh.
A fat grandmama, that's it?
He's a fat Larry Johnson.
Hey, man. Larry Johnson, before the back injury, was a beast.
Larry he had a jump shot.
And that gold tooth.
Hey,
Dallas
Larry Johnson,
right?
he's a fat Larry Johnson. But unfortunately, he's a fat Larry Johnson.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Interesting comment.
Zion should be with
Zion.
I like Sean Kemp. Have you seen him lately?
Oh, but Sean Kemp done when he got fat.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. That's what Zion is doing in the middle of the season.
In his second year, though, that's bad.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm telling you, it's
at least
somebody.
Sean waited.
It's somebody in his ear, man. I think
for real. Yeah, like you said,
it's his dad.
I just can't see how. But who's telling him to eat his way out of New Orleans? Like, that's the worst thing. Because if
Cafe
you
Du
get out
Monde.
of shape like that, if you get out of shape,
hey, why you
right,
joking?
and you trying to.
I went down there when I was in New Orleans. Them things good, man.
Hey man, them the best beignets ever, dog.
Listen,
that Cafe Du Monde beignets is banging.
Listen.
Big man,
the
heavy.
food there is amazing. The oysters, unbelievable. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When you start getting hurt like this and you fat, that's a bad combination. Because once you start getting that label of injury prone, and I keep saying this, it's hard to shake it.
Yeah. And when you
it's hard to shake it.
In his case, his shoe gonna be leaning while he walking. So it's gonna really get bad.
On the comments, your boy Lamar said, "Don't forget who raised him." I don't know if he talking about his mama.
Hey Jay, that's your boy Stoggs. What Lamar hitting on right there?
Hey, I'll let him clarify.
Oh, okay.
He's saying a little too soft. I don't know.
but for long, and I say this too. If it get too bad, they might not even be able to trade it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's the bad part right there. If it gets too out of hand, you're right, Smitty. Ain't nobody gonna want that. There's nothing there. There's no value there, no trade value there. If he gets too bad,
he gonna wait till the end of the season and then start putting out workout videos like
high flying videos again. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Him dunking in the gym and all that. Like he back in shape. Come up with a video, Zion, I'm back. You know, all that other stuff. All that crap.
Yeah, and then whoever get him, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on.
Nah, man. I don't think he did. I think mom and stepdad raised him. I don't know. I don't know if he was the basketball blind side.
The basketball blind.
Yeah, I don't think he was the basketball blind side. Hey, but speaking of this NBA stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
We talked about NBA All-Star Game selections and snubs on Big Game Sports Buzz last week. But what major sport has the best All-Star Game? Because I know we just looked at the NFL Pro Bowl, and I'll be the first one to tell y'all, I had to turn. I could not sit back and watch
flag football.
Watch 7-on-7 with uniforms on. Is what it came into, dog. It was awful. So, you know, baseball is in the midway point of the season, and they play for something like the winning division in the major American League and National League. Winner gets home field in the World Series. NBA is like playing NBA jams with 5 people on the court, and they just shooting and scoring like almost 200 points.
He's on fire.
Are you saying straight All-Star game, or are you saying like the All-Sar in general, like all the
I guess it's 2 parts to that there, Reed. That's my bad. One, first and foremost, what major sports has the best All-Star game? And then we could talk about the selection after that.
If I want to say All-Star game, All-Star game is going to be NBA. Because just watching, I mean, they just having fun with the ball, doing dunks, whatever, this is that, and the third. But if I'm going to say an event, just out of all of them, I'm going to say home run derby.
Oh.
Got to say home run derby.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a baseball guy, but to me, it's amazing to see a guy that can constantly hit a freaking ball that's getting thrown to him and belt that sucker out 400, you know what I'm saying, 450 feet, like just constant, like that's crazy with a stick. You see what I'm saying? Like you can shoot a ball, you can play tackle, you can do hockey. You know what I'm saying? Even the baseball game, but come on, even the slam dunk contest. Slam dunk contest is probably my second. After that one, it'd probably be slam dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? Because out of all the crazy stuff that you get to do while you're in the air, but you can't tell me, man, to see all of them guys hit that baseball like that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No, I got to say baseball too, man, because they playing for something. Baseball is a sport. They ban steroids, but it really didn't matter because hand and eye coordination still matter. And let's be honest, Jose Canseco was taking it. He was still striking out 200 times.
That's facts right there. That's facts right there.
It's baseball by far, man, because baseball is a hard sport, period.
Okay.
And A-Rod. Sorry, Tail. Yeah.
Boy, you love when that A-Rod in there, don't you?
Well, you know,
Hey, what
He's
about
the Ben
you?
Affleck of baseball. What'd you say?
I was at Styles. What about you, man? What's your favorite of all the All-Stars?
MLB, I think, is the best, even though it gets boring at times. But as far as the game itself, at least they want to play. NHL is not too bad, but MLB. But I'm gonna tell you, my favorite event has actually now what the NFL decided to do was they have a dodgeball game.
I saw that.
Oh,
yeah.
I know what
and
you're talking
that
about.
was amazing. I didn't want it to end. Like I was like, okay, this is what you do. This is how you get like that. I told you, game. You want to change the NFL, make it a 7-on-7 flag because that's all it is anyway.
Yeah.
Right, and then you can have points that goes to AFC, NFC, and at the end of it, there's something they get incentivized that make it for money, whatever. But the dodgeball game, man, it was intense, bro. Cass was like going for head, everything, catching it. It was amazing, man. That's the best thing they could have done.
What we was talking about earlier, like James has said, I would love to see the Pro Bowl go back to being in Hawaii like it used to be back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But COVID and all that crap stopped all that. So I guess that's why they just picked, whatever.
Back in the day too, they had the quarterback challenge, the 40-yard dash.
Oh yeah,
all that.
And they brought that back.
Yeah,
they brought that back in the skills.
Would do that. Who was the fastest?
Yeah, because Michael Parsons beat Tyreek Hill in the fastest man challenge.
He sure did.
Man, he wasn't running. Why you Dallas Cowboys getting excited? It's all good.
You know what? Whether he was running or not, he lost. How about that? So until they do it again,
you got to find a win in your season somewhere, Jay. I understand. But this is my whole thing, man.
Y'all sitting at home.
At home.
My team is on the board, man.
For 31 years, he was sitting at home. For 31 years.
Hey, but who's in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl. 31 years.
Hey,
it don't matter.
Reed, he about to tell you. He about to tell you, hey man, in '95 we was the shit.
There they go. And that's all they can run back to. In '95.
No, they're gonna get worse than that. They're gonna go by how many championships they got all together.
5.
Always. We got 5. Y'all
5.
Y'all last Reed was in black and white.
Let it go, bro. Let it go.
Let it go. Hey man, but
they didn't even have color diamonds in.
Blonde, brown hair.
Looking at how this thing go, they got to find a way for the NFL to be motivated by the Pro Bowl. So right now, the way it's going, nothing is gained. I mean, even when they played in Hawaii back in the day, when Sapp and them used to go, and the winner got 50,000, the loser got 25. Now it's the winner get 80, the loser get 40. They out there chilling, knowing they're going out with 40 stacks, regardless. They don't care. Something's got to give. So this is my whole thing. Select your Pro Bowl team. Like even select your lineman. Now maybe they go do a lineman challenge, and then you have the skills do a 7-on-7 in different situations, and then the next year the winner get some kind of incentives. You can't say you get home field in the postseason because the Super Bowl played on a neutral site, except for the last 2 years. Buccaneers started a trend, and the Rams following it up. Dallas would never do it. So hey man, y'all know this is breaking news. Jay Stoggs, I don't know if you heard this. The NFL said to make sure that no home team gets a home field advantage anymore in the Super Bowl, they're going to host the next 3 Super Bowls in Arlington, Texas.
That's funny. Ha ha ha. It's funny. It's funny.
I wish. That'd be dope.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's all good though, dog.
It's okay. Well, if that's the case, we know it won't be in Tampa.
Hey, Tampa has a better chance of getting back to the Super Bowl before the Cowboys do.
No, I'm sorry. Who's your QB again?
Hey, we'll find the QB to get the job done.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't stutter.
You did, but that's all good.
The season just ended. Our quarterback just retired, so we don't have a quarterback yet. Free agency hasn't started. The draft hasn't come through. Trask is right now number 1 on paper with Gabbert behind him. Gabbert will be going to hold a clipboard somewhere else next year, and we'll be okay.
Dude, you're putting your hopes and dreams on Trask, and the trash QBs coming through and you're not even gonna get any.
Do you know? You don't know what the general manager has planned.
Man, y'all might as well go get famous Jameis.
Stop. I'm gonna throw a wrench in you. I'm gonna throw a wrench in you real quick.
Jameis can't come back, dog.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in you real quick.
Come on.
How much longer you think Dak got?
Oh,
Actually, they'll extend him. I guarantee they'll extend him.
they gonna extend it. He just got a new contract. You shitting me?
They'll extend him.
Ain't no way.
I'm gonna say this because we've seen it with Dallas. I'm just saying, like what we was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, black. He's still black. He's still on a leash. How much longer?
Well,
and I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, really, I don't think it's so much a leash. I think there's a lot that goes into that.
Low key Cowboys. I always wanted that white boy behind that line.
Don't be surprised.
Look how long it took Dak to get that contract.
Hey,
Romo got it so damn quick.
They didn't even want. Hey, dude, they wanted Kellen Moore to be the man before Dak even got the job. Don't forget.
No.
I'm telling you.
Look, when it came to the contract, it was actually Dak that was holding it up. It wasn't them. They wanted more years. They were going to give him the money.
4 years. Dak only wanted 4 years. You're right.
Yeah, because he knew the TV contract. It's all about that TV contract. When the TV contract was up,
because you also get the money.
They
from
get
Amazon.
more money, dude. That's what it is.
3 other streaming services that's going to kick in, and it's going to be like the biggest deal ever in NFL history.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm trying to fine tune my skills so I can be one of the social media broadcasters.
There you go. But no, it was literally all about, the TV money. The Cowboys were going to pay him the money. They just wanted 5 years. He wanted 4. He wasn't budging, so it was on him. So, I mean, and my thing is,
hypothetically speaking,
Marion the Barbarian.
Hypothetically speaking, if somehow, if there was a trade for Dak Prescott, for Dak Prescott for Joe Burrow, do you think
who wouldn't?
Jerry Jones will pull that trigger?
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't do that right now? Who wouldn't do that right now?
He ain't even got to make no trade, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Sean Payton, he just stringing y'all along, but he'll end up in Dallas before the season started. He gonna bring Aaron Rodgers with him.
Oh, probably.
I
don't know if he'll bring Aaron. I don't know if he'll bring Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna be in Tampa.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Nah,
he don't want to follow Brady. He's trying to get. Look, he was already in Favre's shadow, and he barely just got out of that in Green Bay. Now he wants to go follow Brady. And
Brady was only in Tampa 2 years. Brady don't have a real shadow.
It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. I promise you.
He has a better chance to go there and win if they sign those key components.
Wait. So if Rodgers comes to the Cowboys, and where that going?
Oh, damn.
I don't know what this
is. Hey, but that was Smitty's point. So Smitty,
I don't think he's coming there.
No, I'm saying
where's Dak Prescott going?
I feel you.
If Aaron Rodgers
got the money.
Dallas.
We got the money.
I could see him in Tampa or Green Bay. Because somebody got to throw them receivers in Tampa Bay.
They
do, might not have.
Dak might not be the guy to do that. He can't see past his left side.
He can't throw anybody.
He gonna go somewhere where they got weapons.
And he got weapons in Tampa.
Not for $40 million a year. That's the problem.
Shit, that's the holdup. Minnesota Vikings might take that to get rid of Kirk Cousins.
I go even better than that. I go Indianapolis.
Oh.
You know what? Now that I might be able to see because they got the room up there for the cap. But the problem is that $40 million.
They need a number one receiver. They'll be fine.
And they're gonna get that.
Well,
they're gonna do something to try to address that. I see it. Okay.
Well, Dak don't like to throw the number one receiver, so he should be okay up there.
Hey, Dak was running the calls that Kellen Moore made. And I sure wish, for y'all's sake, I was hoping the Miami Dolphins hired him because y'all might have been better next year.
I've never been so disappointed in a person not getting a job than Kellen Moore. I've never been so disappointed. I was crying. Never been so disappointed. What the hell, Miami? What the hell? Hire that boy. He needs something. Hire him. Somebody, please. Please. Hey, man, I hope he goes to USFL. That's what I hope he does. Oh,
damn. They already got their head coaches selected, so he's not going to the USFL.
We talked about that last week in the big game, Jane.
Yeah, we sure did. On Smitty Sportsmanship, we sure did talk about that, man. That's gonna save some people. He can't be one of them. Dallas Cowboys in trouble as long. Hey, now, since we talking about the Dallas Cowboys,
here we go.
This is something. No, nothing bad about you. I mean, but I want to get your insight because to me, since Cowboy Connection not gonna be on this week, you need to drop it in the shop.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones comes out and speaks on why he thought Dan Quinn didn't take any head coaching jobs.
Oh, Lord.
And essentially pretty much made it sound like he's the head coach in waiting here in Dallas. How does that going to play out with him and Mike McCarthy this year, man?
You know what? I don't think it really matters. I think it's just the fact that if they can make it to the Super Bowl, and dare I say win it, then McCarthy should be out. And Dan Quinn can step right in. The game is past McCarthy.
So hold on, Jay. Let me ask you this, and I hate cutting you off, but you said if they make it to the Super Bowl, then McCarthy should be out.
He should.
Why would you fire the Super Bowl coach? See, you've been a Dallas Cowboys fan too long, because now you starting to think like you got the front office and the fans. So you said if Mike McCarthy gets you to the Super Bowl, he's not going to be the reason why though, and let Dan Quinn come in,
bro. You act like this has never happened in Dallas before. Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer. Bro, it has happened before.
That was a power struggle.
Okay, fine. But it has happened before.
You're not going to have a power struggle with McCarthy because he's a lapdog. He's going to do what Jerry wants him to do.
But
so the only way he saves his job is, I think, to get to the Super Bowl.
McCarthy has one last year.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. This is the last year.
Win or lose, he goes.
And if Dallas gets on a loser streak, if they lose too many games, he'll be out in the middle of the season. But either way,
Jerry doesn't do that.
He's going to be going.
Shit, he fired Wade Phillips in the middle of the year and gave Jason Garrett the job. Don't forget.
So it's either going to be Dan Quinn or Sean Payton next.
He won't do it again.
For the Cowboys. I got to get ready for it. Either one of them.
Sean Payton, he'll be back. He just didn't want to coach up under $80 million cap loss.
Yeah,
so
that part there. But Dan Quinn coaching waiting. Look, Dan Quinn looked out there and saw what dumpster fires there were as far as coaching jobs. Okay,
but Dan Quinn would have gotten a legit chance. He could have turned the dumpster fire. This is my whole thing about Dan Quinn. I don't know him personally. Now, Smitty, this your old coach, and I know you might have some feelings for him. And if I'm wrong, please tell me and correct me. But my whole thing is, Dan Quinn was a hell of a defensive coordinator in Seattle before he got the job. Dan Quinn got beaten that Super Bowl and blew that lead. He lost his confidence. I don't even think he believes in himself no more as a head coach. So him passing up jobs, to me, is strictly because he doesn't even have the confidence that he could go in and do what he needs to do to be the man, to even lead a team. He lost that confidence. The Atlanta Falcons got cursed when they let the Patriots come back and beat them that game.
No, what happened with him in Atlanta the last 3 years? Him and the GM didn't see eye to eye. The GM wanted this player, he wanted that player, and that's why they were thrown off. Because I guarantee you, I think they would have moved up for Khalil Mack the year they drafted Vic Beasley, but Tommy Dimitroff didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly believe that he enjoys coaching this defense. And I think he has found a place where he is very comfortable. And when the position opens for head coach, he will definitely be on the short list. Peyton will obviously be there as well. But, yeah, Quinn likes what he has here on defense. He can just do what he needs to do. If he can find the OC that can push Dak and make him better, that's it. That's all she wrote.
But if Evan Butts was candy and nuts, we'd have a Merry Christmas.
I know. Well, same for you and Trask. You hope he's Trent Dilfer, but he's not, bro.
I don't want him to be Trent. I play with Trent Dilfer. He doesn't need to be Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Not in Tampa, he wasn't. So I didn't win shit with Trent Dilfer as my quarterback. So I don't need Kyle.
He won your first Super Bowl.
No, Brad Johnson.
Trent won in Baltimore.
They all look the same to me.
Oh, he won in Baltimore, didn't he?
There we go.
Yeah, he won in Baltimore, but he didn't win.
He was in Baltimore, and they beat the Giants for the Super Bowl. And I told y'all he a Cowboys fan. He's starting to think and act like all the other goddamn fans at the Cowboys. That Stephen A.
Smith handing the ball off.
Hey, so I mean, Brad Johnson is any better?
Call up Quincy, man.
Hey, man, what? Right? Do y'all think Quincy Carter ever got clean?
Yeah, he clean now.
He is clean. I'm not trying to be funny, man, because that brother had such a high ceiling, man, coming out of high school.
Man,
they're in Georgia, man. I was a fan. Hey, man, I was a big fan of Quincy Carter, man. I sure hated that roller coaster and that turmoil.
I saw him play in high school. He was Mike Vick before Mike Vick.
Got you.
Look, there's been a lot of players, look, Vince Young, I think, could have been a great quarterback if he was treated correctly.
Well, he played with Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher ain't shit.
Jeff Fisher is not poop. I agree
with coach.
I still say Vic is a great quarterback because he revolutionized in his own kind of way. He was almost like the starter, just that running quarterback that you just can't stop. Like he was a cheat code in video games. He was a cheat code in video games.
Hey, Randall
Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham was a mother lover dog.
Can't pick him.
I still can't find my jock strap from the first time we played against Minnesota with him back there in the backfield. And I was a big. It's so funny, y'all. After Minnesota came down to Tampa, we played a game. I said, "Hey, Mr. Cunningham, not Randall. Hey, Mr. Cunningham, can you take a picture with me real quick?" I was still starstruck and dumbfounded because I was such a big fan of when he played with the Philadelphia Eagles, to where when we played against them, I was in awe. And my very first game of the regular season was up in Minnesota, and I got pressure and hurried Randall Cunningham and made him throw an incomplete pass. And you would have thought that I had like 12 sacks in one game because I talked about that one pressure on the quarterback. I knew that could escape and run past everybody, and I made him throw the ball out of bounds. Boy, I was so hyped. My boys laughed at me for a long time on that one, but I was hyped, dog. I was real hyped.
That's real.
Dude, but that's when you start talking about the black quarterback, the African-American quarterback, there's been so many that had such great potential that because of the coaching and because of the situation, and when we talk, come full circle with Dak has all the tools and the potential, but the problem is that he's not being coached.
Right.
And he's not being pushed, and he's not allowed to actually be a better quarterback.
And y'all want me to be brutally honest right quick?
Go right.
I'm glad y'all said something about Jeff Fisher because I think they would have beat the Rams had they had another offensive coordinator. They were calling for another plays the whole game.
Oh, yeah, man.
Eddie George kept them in the game the whole game. If it weren't for Eddie George.
And then Steve McNair is still one of the best to ever do it. That doesn't always get the credit. And they always want to talk about his legs. But when I say I saw this man in a uniform throw a ball, like you hear it came by your head and it was making sound effects. Like what the hell was that? That ball came zipping and whipping, and he had an arm and he had legs to accompany that. But everybody always wanted to talk about the athlete he was, and everyone never really wanted to talk about the quarterback he really was, man. And that's why he was on my list for them quarterbacks that never won, one of them people top 5 that never won a Super Bowl, because he was a hell of a player, and I still don't think that he really flourished as much as he could have under Jeff Fisher.
Well, I mean, that's why they call him Aaron McNair.
He don't get the credit he deserved because you look at his college career, he was at an HBCU and finished 3rd in the Heisman race.
Right.
Who does that?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I heard he had Alcorn State Stadium packed wall to wall
every Saturday.
Every Saturday they played at home. Everybody was going to see some of Steve Erickson there, man. Rest in peace.
That wherever he was, it was packed.
Yeah, it was.
Wherever he was, it was packed.
Woo! Hey man, we ran through that hour real quick, didn't we? Here in the shop. Hey man, I know we got to get out of here, but before we do that, Super Bowl's coming up this weekend. Reed, I already know who you got. It's hanging on your wall, brother. We see it. But for my man Smitty and my man Jay Stoggs, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more on Big Game Sports Buzz on Thursday. Jay, who do you like winning the Super Bowl?
Man, I don't like the Ben Affleck of the NFL, so I'm going to go for them Skyline Chili Cincinnati Bengals, man.
Woo!
Okay.
Who they?
Okay.
Who they?
Let's go.
Smitty, who you like winning the Super Bowl, man?
I got to go Bengals too, man. They hot.
Woo!
Let's go. They defense opportunistic, and you can't ask for more than that.
Okay. Let's go. Well, that's been the first episode, and you notice I left my pick off
because I noticed that.
I won't talk about it on Thursday because my mind is gonna change by then. I woke up this morning, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This guy.
I was like, Cincinnati. They got a chance, and then I was like, I don't know that front seven. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell y'all, and y'all might not believe it.
What's up?
The factor in the game, it ain't gonna then be Jamar Chase. It's gonna be Higgins because his height.
Yeah, that's the guy.
So can't nobody check him.
Think about it. Jalen Ramsey's the only significant piece of that secondary, I believe, with the injuries, and they had to go get Weddle. They had to sign him back. The one kid is back. I think they're going to expose the secondary, man. I really do. My whole thing is it's going to come down to protection, and right now,
D-line and O-line.
Yeah, it's gonna be one or loss in the trenches for Cincinnati, man. But hey, man, I want to say thank you for my man Smitty, A. Reed, and Jay Stoggs. This has been Sports Chop Shop, where the ultimate sports fans come in and chop it up about sports and life. Hey, you can catch my man Smitty on YouTube at Smitty Sports Machine. A. Reed, check out Man Cave. Hey, Reed, I'm gonna mess it up. Man Cave Express, right?
MCXP Radio.
Hey, MCXP Radio, man. He does a great job all the time. Stoggs, you can catch him on Big Game Sports Buzz and eventually Cowboys Connection. We're going to get that rolling. I'm your boy, Big Game James. Tune in this Thursday for Big Game Sports Buzz as we're going to hit you with that Super Bowl edition of Who You Got?
Who you out?
Got?